Hello everyone, Jared here from Crypto Plan, and I hope you are all having an amazing week, because I know I am. My stock portfolio with my Bitcoin miners are doing well. I'm starting to roll some profits into gold and silver. Silver's starting to pop off. All the altcoins are about to go, and that's what this video is all about. I'm going to outline through a bit of technical analysis why I think the altcoins are about to explode. So hang in there. Please like the video, subscribe to the video if you like this sort of content, if you like chart analysis, if you like getting bullish on the crypto market. Even though we know it's going up, it's nice to see the signals just before it goes up. So you might be able to just top up your bags before it goes parabolic, or get that day trade in. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a lad who lives in Ireland from Australia that just sees things in the charts. Anyway, we're here on the Ethereum chart. We're on the 4-hour chart. We're going to stick with the 4-hour chart because I think that's where we get the best picture. So over here, we've got the last attempt at a high. And we can see that Ethereum has tested that 2 or 3 times. So let's do the simple thing and we'll draw a ray around there. So that is our breakout. So we've clearly broken out. And the reason why we knew that we broke out is because we did this thing where we had the bottoms and we had a bottom and we had bottoms. So we were testing bottoms all the way along. And they were all going lower. So lower bottom, equal bottom. And then this one up here, it didn't go lower. So it created a higher low or a consolidation period. And now what's happened is that we have gone up and now we're retracing. So we're creating a new higher low. And after a higher low and a reversal, so attempted on resistance, come down, broken through resistance, made our resistance into support, and what do? We bounce off that. There's every chance that in this video we are going to see some breakouts, the way this thing's playing out. Breaking through resistance, landing on resistance for support, and what is next but an arrow. Wrong tool. Where are we? We want an arrow that goes somewhere out of there, probably more like that. Actually, I reckon it's going to be even more bullish. It's going to be like that. So you're going to see Ethereum pushing its all-time high very, very, very soon. It's going to be candling straight up. XRP, same deal. Let's have a look at it. Hasn't quite done the same thing, but we're going to have a look at XRP from a different angle. So that's our resistance. Hasn't broken through resistance, but it's still done the same thing. Low. And then we found another low here. Found another lower low here. Another lower here. And then that very bottom. So this was, XRP's playing a little bit different. It probably overextended on the up, and then it's gone well below, and that's because of the spark flare drop. So it's doing something a little bit different, but what it has done is it's overcorrected. It's above its 50-day or 50 period moving average. It is converging. It's doing the same thing where it's coming down to probably test this other middle ground. You know, maybe it's going to call this thing here its support and resistance for the short term. And then bounce on out. And even this Ichimoku cloud, you might find that it kind of gets down to this point here, this 55 cent, which it kind of has, and it will spring on out. But anyway, XRP is a little bit different. It's still got this line potentially to cause some resistance, but once it breaks through that, it is going. It might kind of jig-jag a bit, but once again, where are we going? On the next move, we are going out of there. We're going out of there, and we're probably going, I think, up towards 280. Somewhere up there. And that's just the reality of it. If you look at this, it's like a 60% move, 100% move, and then what have we got next? A 300% move. It'll zigzag along the way, but that's what we're looking at. Stellar. This is setting up perfectly. I absolutely love this chart. It is setting up absolutely perfectly. Probably won't break out just now. I think there's a little bit more consolidation to go, just like the XRP chart. But as you can see, and we'll draw that resistance line in again. So we've got our top. So that's going to be our definite breakout zone when things start to fly. We've got our tests of a lower. Tests. Then we turned around. So we started to make a higher low. So we turned bullish. And then we turned a little bit more bullish. So we've had a reversal a little bit earlier because there was no airdrop in Stellar. So we've reversed somewhere around here. So this kind of 15 cent or even this 14 cent range was your kind of buying opportunity again. But you can see higher low, now consolidation. So we're going to go sideways for a little bit here, whether it's tomorrow or the day after, but this thing is going to shoot out, because if we go back to Bitcoin and watch what's happened over there, is that low, and then testing a low, dipping, bouncing through the 50 average, going sideways for a couple of days, and then boing. So altcoins follow Bitcoin. Naturally, that's what's going to happen next. This isn't a great science. It's just you've got a leading indicator like Bitcoin, and then you got something like Stellar that is doing the same thing. It's in that last little bit of consolidation. It could be 2 days, 3 days. Either way, bang, we're moving on out of there. So all the Stellar fans out there, I've got a little bag, like I said. It's my lucky coin. I bought my 12,000 just down here in the 8 cent range. Bang, so I'm in profit. I sit there, I can sit back and watch it. I love Stellar. It's my lucky coin. And like I say, it'll probably slightly trail the other alts, but there is every chance that it leads first. It kind of has been very bullish, as you can see here. Cardano. Now, we're a little bit messier here. So we'll draw in our top. So you can see we're definitely testing that line of resistance again. We're doing the same thing where we've got a bottom. We've got some reaches out. Got a couple of points there where we're testing the bottom, but once again you can see higher low, consolidation low, but at the same level, then the pump out after Bitcoin, but pulling back. The spring is tightening. So what's the logical progression next? It's making another higher low. The more this upward consolidation continues, the more we head on out of there. And so for something like Cardano, we're going to head up to this range, the 22 cent range on the next move, more than likely. If we use the fib, just to get a bit more accurate, yes, we can use the fib retracement on this entire move, and we'll go bullish because everything is bullish at the moment. We'll go wick to wick. We could even go all the way up to that 37 cent, not in one move, but in the next alt move, which is super bullish. Now, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to pull that up. So that's our resistance. We know about VET. For anyone that watches this channel, VET is super bullish, but it is struggling to break through that 1.8 cent. It's very early days, but I like the idea of this and the fact that the consolidation has always been in an upward trend. So I'm just going to do something different here. I'm going to kind of show you there was consolidation upward there. And then there's been consolidation upwards here. So unlike the other coins that were kind of curving around and testing lowers, 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 and then up, 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 VET has been bullishly testing an upward trend and then, you know, coming down again, but then bullishly testing an upward trend. So I see huge movements for this one. And I think at a minimum, if we look at this one, oh no, just drag that down. At a minimum, if we look at this one, we're heading at least to 3 cents in the next particular move. And I think we'll probably move there quicker, and we'll probably move there in a little bit less of an angle. In the next few days, I can see some solid, large candles in VET. It's just been too bullish. And these channels it creates, and eventually it's just got to break out because it's testing the downside. There's enough sellers in there, and I guess these are people that their bags are going up, and then they're swapping into bigger coins, or they're swapping into Bitcoin, chasing other things. But eventually people are going to come back to these things, and they're going to pile money in. They're going to come out of Bitcoin, they're going to come out of Ethereum, come out of the other pumps, and they're going to pump into VET, and this thing is going to go nuts. So keep an eye out for that. And then everyone knows about my kind of end of alt season target of about 6 cents. So we'll keep that there, but 2 to 3 cents in the next kind of movement up for that. Link is the same, like it's the same but different, as in it's tested this line of resistance, it's come down, and then it's just in a channel. And yes, it's jumped through that channel, it's given us a bit of fear, but it's going to pop back into it, and at some point it's going to break out. It's kind of acting a little bit like the Riot and Mara. It's kind of acting a little bit like Bitcoin, as in it's a slow, steady burner, and then bang, big moves, you know. And you can see what Link has done. You know, it does long consolidations. It's like a fundamental kind of upward consolidation, like a stock, really, you know, like a good stock. BAT. This one's a little bit different. And this is the reason why I think I've scaled out of BAT, just because I'm not as confident about it, but I'm still bullish on it, and I'm watching it. I've scaled all of my smaller coins into Theta. So my smallest bag is now Theta for transparency, but I still like BAT. I still like BAT because of this solid uptrend, and then pump out. We know the line it wants to take, but then this kind of consolidation. So once again, we're testing. We're testing all the way down these bottoms, and then we start making some upward trends and higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. This thing, if it does the same thing it did there, it's going to either steadily move on out of there and head up towards testing this line again in the next few days, which is 91 cents. So from where we are today at 22 cents to 91 cents, that's like a 4-bagger just in one pump potentially. So BAT, super bullish on it. Like I say, fundamentally, I like Theta. I like what Theta's doing. Dash, everyone knows about Dash. You see my videos on Dash. It is undervalued compared to the alt market. Is undervalued, way undervalued compared to its all-time high. It will follow at some point. It will follow, and I'm just going to go back out to the weekly for that, just to give us the idea and remind us once again that it is not a glamorous coin But right now, to move towards all-time highs, it is a 13x. And it will get there because the altcoins follow the altcoin market. When the altcoin market goes parabolic, it's in the top 10, it's on Coinbase. People will realize that if it's lagged, they'll pile into it because people like percentages. So Dash, super bullish on it. But once again, you can see, if we go back, you can see low, low, down, low, bottomed, higher, low, consolidation, bounce up. It's going to retrace, boing. It's going to head on out of there. We're probably going to see a $200 dash before we know it, $300 dash before we know it, and then heading towards all-time highs. Another one I love, EOS, same deal, undervalued compared to the altcoin market. The forgotten coin, no one's thinking about it, but it's out there doing its thing. It's got a use case, people are using it, but no one's loving it, no one's investing it. It's not Chainlink, it's not Cardano, it's not VET, it's not popular. But you know what? It will be popular when people say, hey, I just put my $3 into, I put one, if you put one $3 into, and where are we? If you put one $3 into EOS right now, $3 to all-time highs, you've got 600%. So not as great as Dash. I think Dash has the best value, but you know, if you don't like Dash and you like EOS a bit better fundamentally, you still got a 6x to all-time highs, which is cool. It's undervalued compared to the market. Finally, I'm just going to have a look at ZIL. Now, this thing is super bullish, and it has been all the way along. While everything else was red, you always see ZIL at 3% day on day. People are just accumulating it for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the privacy token thing, but it's in an uptrend always, you know, and if it's not, it's a sideways and then up, and then a bit of a consolidation and then up. So I'm very interested to see what happens in ZIL. Like I said, I've scaled out of my bags of smaller coins that I was watching and kind of speculating on into Theta. And the reason why I'm in Theta is because of this. Since March, it hasn't really seen a dip. It's been low, peak, higher low, peak, higher low, peak, consolidation. What's going to happen next? If this thing follows the way altcoins have happened in the past, this thing is going to go parabolic. This thing is going to have the most parabolic top ever. And I think if we just have a look into space right now, because this thing's so new and that looked so steep before on the 4-hour chart. But if we go over to a daily chart, and we can see that if we follow that same kind of trend from March, again, we're up to 16 cents. No, $16 in the next leg up. So anyway, that's my altcoin prediction that 3 to 5 days we're going to see big pops off, big candles, probably a retracement in Bitcoin, people coming out of Bitcoin, taking profits, going into altcoins. It's going to be a lot of action, a lot of volatility, a lot of people freaking out and doing the wrong things, making the wrong moves. This is where it gets real, people. This is where it gets crazy. But keep following the channel, keep loving the content, keep bullish on your coins, and keep to your plan, keep to your strategy. Do not sell unless you have a plan of where your money is going next. Don't sell because you just want to take some profits and you're not sure what's going on. Don't chase a bigger pump because your coin hasn't been pumping. And definitely just don't do anything silly. Anyway, love your work. Stay with us. Stay real. Stay profitable. And chat to you next time.